Yeah, it's very exciting. So that begs the question, what do you think the world would be like if psychosomatic illness was understood as you described it in the general public? If every child knew that things that show up in their body can be caused from their thoughts, and every doctor knew it as well, what do you think that would make possible?
Well, I think actually we are heading there. We're kind of shifting from the era of the genome code to holism, going back to the mid-range between the spiritual and the material world. And that's why there's a lot of holistic approach, holistic specialists nowadays. In terms of the world, I would say it would be a much better place. First of all, if parents would become aware of this information, they have to have a different approach and treatment with their children, because it all starts with the childhood. So many problems and so many beliefs and scenarios are implemented during the childhood. First of all, people will become more conscious, they'll become more aware, there's that thinking, they'll gain method cognition, they'll become aware of their personal thoughts. Once they become aware of them, they have the opportunity and the possibility to change those thoughts. We can provide the technology for them, but first of all, you gotta have that awareness that it's happening, and you can actually do it. Once you have that, you can change it. Once you change yourself, you can begin to change kids, which will have the next step for their kids and their kids. And we're talking about, I would say, conscious evolution.
Conscious evolution.
Awareness and conscious evolution, different approach.
Yeah.
More of not a survival hunting-gatherer society, but more of a community, more of a social society where we help each other, we contribute to each other, and we grow up, we move on to the next level.
That's exciting. And what would healthcare look like? What would the healthcare industry look like?
It would look very interesting. I'm not sure how they would look into, how can you make a lot of profit from this, because it's more going to be shifting from making profits, selling drugs, towards actually helping people. I would say it will be much, much friendlier. My philosophy or my view, as you're asking this question, what it would look like, if you've seen the movie Patch Adams.
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay, with Robin Williams, with his whole approach to humor and positive psychology and positive approach, that is how it would look like. People or healthcare practitioners will actually look at not a patient, not patient A, patient B, but as a human being, as a person, as somebody with a name, as somebody with a life, as somebody with a story. It's more of a human connection rather than here's a symptom. Here's a package of symptoms this, and here's a package in the person with the symptoms package of this. It's a different approach. It's more of a conscious approach, more of a human approach.
Yeah, it's exciting to me because it just sounds more fun for everybody.
Absolutely, more fun, more value, and just a different level.
Oh, it's great, Ivan. It's been great talking with you. If people want to learn more about your work or get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Sure, they can simply visit my website. It's very similar to my last name, Staroversky, or staroversky.com.
Staroversky.com.
Yeah, and they can get in touch with me. There is a lot of info that I put on Facebook or Twitter. Whatever I find interesting, I always share it with people. There's a whole database of things that I put up there. On the website, there is a section called resources, websites, authors, movies, books, everything that I can, I share with people.
Great, and listeners can also go to www.healingfrominside.org, and I'll put a link on the site there over to your site, Ivan. So thanks a lot. It's been fascinating.
Pleasure to meet you too. Thank you.
Thanks.